How do you clone your voice in Fliki, and how does it sound? Well, let's find out. I'm logged into Fliki, and on the dashboard, we've got all these workflows that we can pick from to create a video, audio, design a thumbnail, or whatever else we want to do. But what we're interested in today is the voice clone, which is over on this left menu. So I'll click voice clone, and it says record 2 minutes of your voice, then generate any number of voiceovers in your own voice using just text. That sounds like exactly what we're trying to do. So let's click the clone voice, and what do we have here? We've got to give it a voice name, makes sense, tell it the gender and the language, and it says record the following statement along with your full name in the tone you expect the voice to sound, and use a high quality microphone in a quiet environment. All right, well, we'll do the best we can with what we've got. I'm gonna name my voice Bob, and I gotta click this big pink button at the bottom to start recording. But first, since they're giving me a pre-written script that I have to read, I'm gonna go ahead and read this out loud so that I can find the spots where my tongue and my brain just don't get along with how the words are together, so that I can get over those humps and hopefully not make flubs when I actually do the recording. All right, dry run complete. My environment's as quiet as it's gonna get. I've wetted my whistle. Now time to record this thing. Now it says listen to the recording and feel free to record again until you're satisfied with the recording. Once satisfied, proceed with submitting for approval and click on the save button below. I listened and it sounds as good as it's going to sound at this moment. I have some concerns and some tips for you that I'll share in just a minute. Let's go ahead and click save and see where we go next. Are you sure you want to submit for approval? Yes, I am. Unable to transform response from server. Well, that's interesting. Let's try to save again. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Unable to transform response from server. Fliki's AI chat doesn't give me a lot of help. I can go ahead and email them for support if I want, but other than that, these things they want me to try don't seem to apply to someone that's just using the website platform here. Let's try again. Well, I noticed I hadn't selected gender, so let me try that. I'll switch that to male, see if that makes any difference. That seems to have done it. Would have been nice if it gave me a little warning before I submitted that that was a problem. My voice is pending for approval. Looks like I could clone another one. Don't really want to do that. If I click on this card of my voice clone, it opens up here where I guess I could change the language or gender. And then down here it says your voice recording is already uploaded. You can recording again and submit for approval to revise. This is apparently also where we would delete our voice clone if we wanted to do that. According to Fliki, it can take up to 6 hours for the approval of the voice clone, but most, they say, are usually approved within an hour. After just about an hour, I got an email saying that my voice clone was ready to go. I'm back on my dashboard inside Fliki. Just come over to Files, and we'll pick this file here. I'll come down to the first scene where the voiceover is Maya or Mia. Click on Maya or Mia, and let's see, right there at the top, clone voices. Bob, that's what we want. All right, I'm going to come down here and check the box that says apply to all scenes and select. And now come down here and click play. Ancient innovation, Zhang Heng's earthquake detector revealed. 2 millennia ago, a remarkable invention emerged in ancient China, capable of detecting earthquakes long before modern seismology. This ingenious device, a testament to human innovation, changed how civilizations understood and responded to natural disasters. Zhang Heng, a polymath of the Han Dynasty, crafted the world's first seismoscope. His brilliance spanned astronomy, mathematics, and engineering, making him a revered figure whose contributions have endured through centuries of scientific advancement. And there's my AI voice clone doing the voiceover. It looks like I can adjust the speed of the voiceover over here when I have voiceover selected on this left side. Then the properties on the right side under voiceover, I have volume and speed. Let me see if I move that up a little bit. I don't think it was necessarily too slow the way it was, but I'm just curious how this works. Drag the playhead back and click play. Ancient innovation, Zhang Heng's earthquake detector revealed. 2 millennia ago, a remarkable invention emerged. All right, now I did not click apply to all scenes. That's why it was faster in the first scene and then it slowed down in the second. If I click apply to all scenes, it comes up and asks me to confirm. Yep, we'll apply. Take it back to the beginning and play. Ancient innovation, Zhang Heng's earthquake detector revealed. 2 millennia ago, a remarkable invention emerged in ancient China, capable of detecting earthquakes long before modern seismology. This ingenious device, a testament to human innovation, changed how civilizations understood and responded to natural disasters. And you can decide for yourself whether you think that sounds a lot like me, a little like me, or not like me at all. I absolutely pick up the resemblance. I'm not sold that it's like a carbon copy of me, but I don't think it's bad either. And I think there's something that I could have done that could have made it even better, especially if I wanted to sound more like me or a particular style of voice that I have. And that's coming back to the script that we had to read. I'm not a huge fan of voice clone applications that require you to read a pre-written script in order to train your voice clone, and that's because your voice style is different depending on what you're reading, what the words are in front of you. For instance, down at the bottom, you forgot pickles and mustard on my burger, and there's an exclamation point, so that's supposed to be an exclamatory statement, which doesn't go at all with something up here like readership declines through the week and is lowest on the weekends. Some of these lines sound like you're talking to a friend, others sound like you're reading from a newspaper, and then, of course, at the end, there's yelling about the pickles and mustard on your burger. What usually happens when you're trying to make an AI voice clone, if you mix different styles of voice within the same training file, the robots end up mashing it all together and coming out with something that doesn't really sound like any style that you speak in. It'll have some recognizable qualities of your voice, but it won't really sound the way you say anything. Now remember, before I recorded this, I said I was going to read it out loud at least once before I recorded it, so that the words didn't jump out and surprise me, and that I didn't get tongue-tied when I was going through one of these, because a lot of these things are written in ways that I just wouldn't write it. It's not bad, it's just not my style. If I really want my voice clone to sound like my style, I need to go through here and read this out loud a couple of times, and I need to practice reading it in the style that I want it to come out in. And that means not necessarily reading it in the style that the words suggest, but reading it in the style that I want it to come across in when I use it for voiceovers. For instance, this exclamation at the bottom, I might not read that as though I am first person shouting, "You forgot pickles and mustard on my burger." I might want to change that up to match a style like where I'm narrating. So I think in my head, "You forgot pickles and mustard on my burger." I could read that in many different ways, and the point is, however I'm going to read it, I should really try and read it from the beginning to the end, all in that same style. I could put myself in the mind that I'm reading a bedtime story, or that I'm reading a news report as an anchor on TV. Whatever the style is that I'm going for to use as my voiceover in videos that I'm going to make with Fliki. If you don't like the way the style of your voice clone comes out, you can always go to the voice clone page, click on your voice clone, click new recording, and redo it. Now, of course, you're going to be using that same script, but after listening to your voice clone, hopefully you've got an idea of how you need to change up your reading. If your voice clone came across as a little bit too newscaster, maybe you want to try and reread it and make your style a little bit more of a bedtime story type thing, or vice versa. If your voice comes across as like, "I recognize the tone of that voice, but that doesn't sound like how I talk at all anytime," chances are you did what I did and read different sections or different lines in different styles, and the AI just merged it all together, you kept the tone of your voice, and that's about it. So pick a style, read it that way, and yes, it can be tough when you're looking at words that are just screaming out to be read as an exclamation or to be read in kind of a monotone, boring voice, and you're putting your own inflection on them that doesn't seem to go there. But it's okay. They're just words they won't mind. I hope you have a better idea of how to create your voice clone in Fliki, and hopefully I gave you some tips on dialing it in just how you want it to sound. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.